a couple of more clarinet secrets, as well as a quick run through of the Wild Mountain Thyme tune, or Ye Go Lassie Go. Apparently it goes by either title. But before any of that, a quick reminder that you should get yourself a copy of this absolute treasure. It's going to teach you a lot. It's for piano, but you can use it for any other instrument. The piano is the easiest instrument to be learning. And once again, first and foremost, you're using whichever instrument to get your head around the tuning system more than anything else. And if you can't afford a book, you can just download this matrix from the website. Just go to Mirror Method Piano and it's all free. Now, Wild Mountain Thyme, I can't get enough of this tune. It's such a lovely song. There's been so many different, slightly different covers of it in almost all the keys. I personally prefer singing it in the keys of D flat major or C or around there. It's quite nice and comfortable. There's a lovely version by the Petersons, the keys of F major, yes, which works gorgeously on the clarinet also, and it's fairly easy to sing for a man. Let's see. Again, the keys of F major. And then there's the chorus. Again, such a gorgeous tune. About the secrets of the clarinet, I'm beginning to understand why this is why most clarinets are transposing instruments. So, say you take the easiest keys, like the default keys on this particular instrument, and that will be E flat major. So going straight up without any sort of side keys from this one here. And you have, now that's in the lower register. If you go up to the higher register, it will be, if you can play it. The second half of that upper register is quite tricky for me at the moment. I'm using a number 5, which makes things even more difficult. So what happens is this exact same fingering gives you 2 different keys. So in the lower register you have the keys of E flat major without fingering, and in the upper register you have the keys of B flat major. So that's a perfect fifth above the E flat major. It's a very interesting thing, and that is to do with the fact that the body is a bore. Is that the right term? Like, it's not cylindrical, it's a conical. Well, yeah, that's the shape. So it's a conical bore, not a cylindrical bore. So that contributes to that jump. So instead of jumping up to an octave, it jumps up to a perfect fifth, an octave and a perfect fifth, which technically speaking is the natural perfect fifth. In any case, the reason why this might be a transposing instrument is, like, first of all, it's difficult to explain maybe to a beginner those 2 different keys, like, maybe, I'm not sure. So instead of naming it either the keys of E flat major or the keys of B flat major, you just use the solfege, and it's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do for either of those. That is a major scale. Now, in some countries, the solfege is a fixed solfege, as opposed to it being a flexible one. I think in the States, I'm not quite sure. So I grew up in Romania. I know that do is C, so it's the equivalent of C, and so on. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And if you think about it, there might be a connection there between using the solfege as a fixed structure and Western notation that uses letters from A to G and then with accidentals. In any case, it's a very fascinating thing to look into. I could be wrong about all of it. Now going back to the Wild Mountain Thyme, such a lovely tune to be playing on any instrument, and I would encourage you to try different keys, whichever instrument you happen to have at home, and also learn to sing it or whistle it, whichever it's easier. Again, I find it quite easy to sing in the keys of D flat. Oh, the summertime has come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Now that for me is quite comfortable. The Petersons are doing it in the F. Oh, the summertime has come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. So it's not too high, it's doable for a man, maybe even nicer. But again, try and find the keys that are comfortable to you, both for your voice or whistling and for the instrument. So in this case, this plays beautifully in the keys of E flat major, but F works pretty well because it's quite straightforward as well. You only go in a straight line. So in the lower register, it's quite easy to play. Not so easy in the upper register. Also, this clarinet is not that great. I'm beginning to realize. Hope this helps. Give it a go and enjoy.